Jake collects grass clippings and weeds in the cylindrical container shown below. What is the approximate volume of Jake's cylindrical container? All right, so the first thing we know is we have to find, we see that it's a cylinder. And we know that we're dealing with volume because it asks, what is the volume? All right, so we're gonna write out our formula. V equals big B, little h. We know that big B is area of the base, and the base is a circle, which is pi r squared, because the area of a circle is pi r squared, okay? So we're gonna fill in V equals pi r squared times h. And we'll go V equals 3.14. My diameter right here is 2. So if my diameter is 2, my radius is, y'all can talk, 1. So we have 1 squared, and my height is 3. Okay, so we're going to put all of this into the calculator here. And we have 3.14 times 1 squared times 3. And we get B equals 9.42 feet cubed. All right. Number 2. A cylindrical container holds 3 balls. The diameter of a ball is 3 inches. To the nearest cubic inch, what is the minimum volume of the container? Okay, so once again, I have to figure out the volume. Well, one of the things that the students have asked me is they say, Ms. Shates, what is the height of the container? Because you have to figure out big B, little h, right? And big B is area of the base, so we know that the big B is actually pi r squared. So we're okay with that part. We say pi r squared times h. It's the h that we don't know. Well, the diameter of a ball, of one of these balls, y'all, look right here. It's 3. The diameter doesn't always go straight across. It can go up and down. So that means from there to there is also 3. And from there to there is 3. So that means the height is 9. Okay? So now we have the diameter is 3, so my radius is what? 1.5. Great job. So now let's just fill in our formula. We have V equals 3.14 times 1.5 squared times 9. And we're just going to put all of that in on the calculator. 3.14 times 1.5 squared times 9, and you get 63.585. So your volume is 63.585, and we are dealing with inches cubed. All right. Now, number 3, yesterday I did for all of my classes, so we're actually going to go through that one fairly quickly. It says a can of corn, the can of corn shown below is a right circular cylinder with a height of 11 centimeters. The volume of the can is 486 cubic centimeters. What is the approximate radius of the can? So we have to find what is R. Well, we know we have to figure out volume is big B, little h, and we know that big B is pi r squared. So we're going to pull out the big B and we're going to plug in our formula. So we have V equals pi r squared times h. Now we're going to fill in everything that we know about this. We know that our volume is 486. We know that pi is 3.14. We do not know what our radius is, but we know that our height is 11. At this time, we combine like terms. Which is 3.14 and 11. When you combine those two terms together, yesterday we got (34.54) r squared. Okay? So now we're going to divide by 34.54. Divide by 34.54. Because we look at this as a coefficient and a variable. All right? So once you have that, we are going to take, you'll see here on my calculator, we're going to take 486. We're going to divide it by 34.54. And we get 14, let me darken that up a little bit. We get 14.07 equals r squared. Now the only way to get rid of a square is by square rooting it. So we're going to take the square root of this side and the square root of this. Oopsie. And if you take the square root second answer, you get 3.75 is r. That is approximately, sorry, I didn't do my sign there. All right, number 4. The right cylinder has a height of 12 inches and a diameter of 10 inches. What is its volume in terms of pi? Now this time it's saying to leave it in terms of pi. If it's saying leave it in terms of pi, that means do not put 3.14 in for pi. That means solve everything else around it and then just leave it with pi. All right? So here we go. We have to figure this out. We have the volume equals base times height, right? And we know that big B is pi r squared. My diameter is what? 10. So that means my radius is 5. V equals pi 5 squared, and the height is 12. Correct? Okay. So now we have V equals pi 5 squared is 25 times 12. 25 times 12 is what? 300. So V equals 300 pi inches cubed. So it's actually easier to leave it in terms of pi. It's a lot easier to leave it in terms of pi. Okay? All right, number 5. Are y'all good with that? Okay.
Teachers and students